Well, hello. How are you this fine? What is today? Today is Tuesday. So, I wanted to do some candles using things that I already have around the house. I am so bad about hoarding things. In one of the videos I posted on Instagram, I buy chips in these containers because they can be reused somehow, some way, okay? So these are the Dollar General brand. They're decent. So here's what I'm gonna do. I did one way and one the other way. This one I took and spray painted, which you can see it definitely needs another coat. Okay, I cut this one at an angle. Put some cloth up here on the top, and then I just handmade a little flame for the center. Drizzled to make the candle wax come down. Now this one I had in my head when it's brand new and it's just starting to melt around the flame. That's how I wanted to do this one. So this can I just simply wrapped and hot glued. I didn't Mod Podge or anything like that. I just hot glued it. This beautiful napkin here to the can bottom, and I left the lid on. I grabbed toilet paper and I did 4 squares. I put a square down, I put another square down, and I turned it just a little bit, like so, okay? And then 2 more squares, and I turned it just a little bit. So now you have 3, and then I turned this one. I want 1, 2, 3, 4 points, like so. Okay, now on this one, you'll take and set it directly on the top of the circle. For this one, you're gonna hot glue it down, and I'm just gonna go through and hot glue, and as I'm hot gluing, I'm gonna be pressing the whole way around. But before I do that, I want to wrap this. Now, like I said, I found these beautiful napkins at the Dollar Tree a long time ago, so these are in my stash. I have some red with snowflakes on them that I also want to do with this. Now, on this napkin, you get 2 sides, okay? So you can cut this down the center so that you can have 2 sides, and you'll take that side and you will go all the way around this. You'll go all the way around this, making it even, and then you'll cut it however the length that you need it. Now, there will be some up here at the top. So for that, I have a scrap napkin where I'm using to make the flames. So on the scrap napkin, I'm gonna cut a piece that'll go the length around and use it. Doesn't matter which way it goes, and the reason is because once you set your napkins down on the top of the lid, the majority of this is going to cover up that tippy top anyways, so nobody's going to see which direction it's going in, okay? So I'm going to cut this and get it ready to show y'all how to, I'm going to show you how I applied it. And then I'll show you how to make a very simple, quick, multi-layer little flame up there, and how I used it to poke it to get it in there, and what I used to keep it firm. Okay, so let me cut this and get started on the wrap, and I'll be right back in the blink of an eye. Okay guys, so for this one, what I've done is I went ahead and cut a piece and put it right around the rim up here. So this is our point. I went ahead and kept it in alignment with the can, where the can meets in the paper. So for this one, I want to make sure that I'm getting it right up next to the metal rim here. Glue jelly. I have had this glue gun for many, many years. I believe I bought this glue gun when it first came out at Dollar Tree, if I remember correctly. Alright, so getting that bead going. I can tell too, because on this glue gun, though it gets hot, I can touch it without getting burnt. So I can tell that the temperature is beginning to go away on my old school here. But that is all right. All right, so I'm just gonna make a thin little bead there. Bottom does meet the top, but there again, remember that this part right here is mostly going to get covered up by the napkins, by the toilet paper. Okay, now I'm just simply going to cut this extra off because we're going to use this to make our candle flame. And then I'm going to run a thin bead right through there. Push that down. Ta-dee-da. Okay. Now that is done. Okay. For this piece, for the flame, I'm going to fold this inward on itself. So just to make that straight line, y'all, just a couple of times because I want it a wee bit thick. Now, here's what I've been doing. You can use a dowel rod. You can use whatever you want to. But I happen to have some pre-made brooms here. And so I grabbed about 2 of these and pulled them out. And I am using these to go in here for the sturdiness of my flame. So all I'm simply doing is gluing this into place here. And then of course this piece over here is open. So we're just going to, a little dab will do. A little dab will do. Now, going to use my red marker as well as my yellow marker. So make just a little flame mark here, little point on it, little yellow, and a little red. And you can choose to do both sides or not. It's going to be up to you. You can even put some orange in there. Totally up to you, just to get that flame mark there. Okay, now, with everything done down, come through here. And you want to cut it at a point. And all this little excess can go right into the garbage. So we got a little bit of a flame there. Alrighty. Passing that orange and yellow in there. I think orange and yellow does pretty well. Red is just an indicator of just how hot something is. Then I'm gonna break off just a little piece of that right there. Set that to the side and throw the rest in the trash. Okay, now for the lid. Now with the you can do it either which way you want to, but the toilet paper is going downhill this way. So do not cut a hole in here yet, because you can't guide it that way if you do. So just throw a little bit of squirt juice up there. That's glue for unfunny folks. I'm just kidding. Alright, so in between each little layer here, we're going to put a little squirt of glue just to hold her into place. Give her one little press down. Ta-da! So now all your little papers is up there on your lid. Take your can, put your lid back on that critter. Now here's the fun part. Super simple. You're just gonna start, pick a spot. Pick a spot, any spot. And just start with a string of glue there. And just work your way around until that layer gets down. Then come back and you're gonna do this layer. Just like so. Now you got to go down here like that. Ta-da. Okay, so we got that one there. Now let's come over here and do this here side. I'm gonna have to have another glue stick. Okay, like so. Don't worry about those little pieces right there. We're gonna come back at last minute and get those, okay? For right now, we're just worried about layer on layer. Layer on layer. We're just coming around here and pushing on this layer on the bottom. Like so. And then we're going to come back and worry about this layer. Like so. And then we're going to worry about this layer. Just like so. Each little layer is going to get a little drop of glue there. Until we get all the way around this critter. Just like so. Yep. Now you can come in here and all these little layers here. Don't go too crazy because you got to find your center point. Where's your drips gonna go? Right? Got to find out where them drips are gonna go because you're actually gonna use these points as part of your drips. Okay, so this is the back, this is the front for me. So here's my seal. My seal's right here. Okay, so that's gonna make this part right here my front. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look at these drippers. The way these points come down off of this here paper, this toilet paper, okay? So, first thing I gotta do is get my scissors. And we're gonna find the center up here and poke you a hole. I'm going all the way up to the fattest part of the scissors. And I'm going to give it one little half a twist. Just enough to be able to put these inside here. Okay. So put that right on inside there. And then we're going to put a little glue halfway up the stick so that when we go to push it down. Now remember to keep your flame toward your front, whichever side you want shining. Okay, now we're going to work on the drippies. So right through here, because it's a brand new candle, it's just getting the flames rolling, right? So we're going to drippy. Just like so. It's going to drip. And we're going to fling it backwards. Just like so. And then once your heating gun heats back up again, we're going to go through here and keep right on a trucking. right where these little drippers, because it's brand new candle now. It's just getting started. So all this part up here is going to be wet, and we're just going to have just very little drippies. Okay, so, but it's coming along. So we're going to come in here and fill all this in and make it look like it's good and wet, and it's starting to run. This wick is starting to get it hot. Get it running. That's how, just like we did with this one. So we're getting it running. Right. Yep. I hope y'all are enjoying this project. Hopefully it's something that you could use in other ways. You could use paper towel rolls, cardboard rolls. I took my paper towel roll and I painted it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this to place bracelets on. And that was just a fun little resin ball I made, so I put it up there with the snowflake. Something quirky, something different, something that nobody else would make. Why do I have to do what the next door neighbor's doing? Well, I don't. So I took my little snowflake here and I said, okay, these points on here will hold bracelets great. I could put some of the better ones down here that I would wear on a daily basis maybe. And put some of the other charm bracelets up here maybe. Or my glass beaded bracelets. I can put all kinds of stuff. I put my bestest ones on one side, my charms on another. Put some down here on these, on the front and the back. So see there, you can come up with all kinds of cool ideas to make things. This old spice rack I showed y'all the other day. This was a spice rack. It came all the way across, and I set something on it a little bit too heavy. So lesson learned. So I decided to turn this into a barn. I'm gonna be putting some trees up here and maybe some little critters around the front up here, and put maybe some pine straw up there. Maybe this is a pine barn, y'all. What y'all think? This would be a pine straw barn. Put the pine straw in there. Looky there, see? We could come up with all kinds of ideas to use. And these are just those old Dollar Tree Jenga blocks, y'all. Just, you come up with all kinds of stuff. I did that. Y'all saw the finished product on my little snowflake there. Simple little wreath. Simple. Almost kind of looks like a little shape of a tree. But the imagination is endless, you know. Be as the children. Even God said be as up the children. Be like the kids, like-minded, you know. So I'm going to continue on putting just a little bit of hot glue up here on this critter, just to make it look like it's still good and fresh. And then I'm going to be all done with this here project. That was super simple. Didn't take no time at all. And you could do yours similar to this, like I did on that first one. You could cut it at an angle. Like so. Cut it at that angle. And make it look like all the wax is running drippy down the front there, you know. Or something as simple as these little critters here. So tell me in the comments, what do you think? Do you approve? Would this be something you would like to try? Remember, it's just the old Pringle scan, like this. I painted this one, so I'm going to put a top on this one too. But I tell y'all critters one thing. If ain't nobody told you today that you're awesome, I want to be the first to tell you, you are awesome. And Jelly loves you. And so does Jesus. Y'all come back and hang out with me next time. And don't forget, at the end of the year, I'm giving away 2 of those beautiful Tree of Life necklaces. I'll put those in some pictures at the end of the video. So until then, you guys stay safe, be blessed, and be a blessing. Bye, guys.